Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport. Super Formula is starting this weekend at Suzuka, and this series has got a lot more important in the last few years. We had an amazing title fight between Ritomo Miyata, Tomoki Nojiri and Liam Lawson last year, but with two of those drivers gone for 2024, who will be the top contenders? Ritomo Miyata getting a drive with Rodin in Formula 2 and Liam Lawson's position as a Formula 1 driver and a Red Bull reserve show this series is being taken seriously by the top teams in motorsport. The winners therefore have a good chance of a successful motorsport career on the world stage. So let's go through all the teams and drivers competing in Super Formula in 2024. We will try and pick out a winner, and I promise I won't pick the obvious choice in the field, whoever that is. Let me know your predictions for Super Formula in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's jump into the video. Bmax. Just one car for Bmax in 2024. Even with two cars they finished last, so maybe this is a better idea. Ayori Kimura was the 2023 Superlights champion and is more than likely to score more points than Bmax managed last year, which was 4 by the way. Freebond Racing. Also a single entry for the Freebond Racing team. Nirai Fakazumi has moved on to KCMG and has been replaced by Atsushi Miyake. Miyake made his debut last year for Team Go. He only finished in the points a few times but did grab a podium at Autopolis and maybe one to watch for the odd good performance. Rookie. Kazuya Ashima is an incredibly experienced driver, and the 13 points he scored in 2023 is his best since 2012. He has won a Super Formula race 14 years ago. He's much better in Super GT, where he has won 8 races and been champion previously. In Super Formula, he's an also-ran. Team Go Motorsports Grand Prix. The team making history in 2024 by signing Juju Noa, the first Japanese woman to ever race in Super Formula and the youngest ever driver to race in Super Formula. She proved her worth when she took a win in the Euro Formula Series and often pushed for a top 5 finish in a series with only 10 cars. She went on to win the F2000 Italia Series and finished runner-up in Austrian F3. This is a big step up. Nobuharu Matsushita was a Formula 2 driver a few years ago and has to keep watching others come and go from the series. He's not had a great time in Super Formula. He did take Bmax's only Super Formula win, but only scored in the final race of 2023 and is looking for a new go at it with a new team. Team KCMG. My boy Kamui Kobayashi is racing for KCMG once again, and surely he's going to take a Super Formula win this year. He never has. He rarely finishes in the top 10 of the championship, but it doesn't really matter because in his day job, he's won Le Mans, Daytona and the World Endurance title. But I want to see one of my favourite race drivers have a successful single-seater campaign. A man can dream. It's only been 10 years since he last raced in Formula 1. Joining him at KCMG is Nirai Fakazumi. The 2021 runner-up is coming off a couple of duff years with Freebond and will want to get back to winning races and challenging for titles. An experienced lineup then for KCMG, albeit with 2 underachievers. Nakajima Racing. 3-time champion Naoki Yamamoto has had the worst 3 seasons of his career since joining Nakajima Racing. Maybe he regrets it, maybe he doesn't. This is his 15th Super Formula campaign. That in itself is impressive. Ren Sato meanwhile is only on his 3rd season and he managed to beat Yamamoto last year. If he can do that again, it will be an impressive statement on his resume. His best result in 2023 was 5th, and he has only been on the Super Formula podium once before. Nakajima Racing haven't taken a team's or driver's title since Loic Duval in 2009, and I don't see that changing. Condo Racing. The same lineup for Condo. Kenta Yamashita has only ever driven in Super Formula for Condo and has taken a win for the team in 2019. He had a pretty good 2023 with an 8th place overall, and he's a decent point scorer, consistent and safe, but not world-shatteringly good. 2022 Superlights champion Kazuto Kotaka did not do quite as well, but scored his first Super Formula points for Condo in 2023. Very much a young driver for the future. Team Impo. The only non-Japanese driver is French Formula 2 champion Theo Pouchaire, who is surely only here to bide his time for a Formula 1 seat to open up. All the more reason to convince Bottas to retire. He is an extremely good driver and he is in the Liam Lawson role. Young star looking to come into Super Formula and wreck shit up. Can he take the championship? Potentially. But for every Liam Lawson and Nick Cassidy, there is always a Chen Bullock-Bassi or Tatiana Calderon. I do think Pouchaire will be better than that, and will almost certainly be a title contender. Joining him is the vastly experienced Yuji Kunamoto, the 2016 champion. Hasn't finished higher than 7th outside of his championship winning year, but he could be useful for Pouchaire in preparing him for the intricacies of Japanese motorsport. Ining. The team with the most ridiculous name in motorsport retains Sena Sakaguchi once again. He's pretty average. He's a perfect fit for a team that's usually pretty average themselves. He and Ining will be average in 2024. Joining him is Toshiki Oyu, which is a relief because he's pretty good but missed the last 2 races of 2023 with funding issues. If he can do the full campaign, he'll score decent points. Oyu has never finished outside the top 10 in the final standings, and hopefully he proves in 2024 that he deserves a top drive in Super Formula. Team Dandelion Racing. How many people remember Tadasuke Mikino being a Formula 2 race winner back in 2018? Since joining Dandelion Racing, he's put in pretty good performances but has never taken a Super Formula win. He does tend to get the odd podium and is more than capable of putting in a surprising performance. Kakano Shinota got himself noticed by taking his first win at the final race in 2023. A win in your debut year is pretty awesome, and so is finishing 7th overall. He's a future star of Super Formula, and he's just about young enough to break onto the international scene. Team Toms. Ukyo Sasahara took 2 wins in 2022 and was then dumped in favour of Giuliano Alesi in 2023. After Alesi struggled for results, Sasahara returned and didn't score any points for Toms. He's only had a couple of complete seasons and hasn't scored points since his win at Suzuka in 2022. Sho Suboi is a fantastic driver, one of the best still in Super Formula. The 2-time Super GT champion has performed well for Ining over the last 5 seasons, with a win and plenty of podiums, and he was a top driver last year, finishing 4th overall, the best of the rest behind the championship chasing trio. Suboi is a really capable driver. He'll score points, get podiums, and maybe even take wins if the cards fall his way. Team Mugan. And the team everyone will want to beat. Team Mugan and Tomoki Nojiri is a deadly combination. Nojiri won 2 titles in a row and was in the fight last year for a 3rd. He was as shocked as anyone about Liam Lawson, and the teammates honestly took points off each other. This year he has a new teammate, and seeing as he has 8 wins in 3 years, which is a lot in Super Formula, I think Tomoki Nojiri has to be the favourite. Ayumu Iwaza joins from Formula 2, where he was a successful driver. 5 wins and in the top 5 both the years he entered. The Red Bull Junior got a taste of a Formula 1 car with AlphaTauri, and if he can match Liam Lawson's results from last year, might be able to dream of a Formula 1 drive in the future. This is his first season in Japan since his karting days, but he could pose the same problems for Nojiri that Lawson did last year, a definite title contender. It'll be interesting to see how he does compared to Theo Pouchaire, with them both moving across from Formula 2. So they are all the drivers and teams competing in Super Formula in 2024. If I had to pick a champion, it's hard to bet against Tomoki Nojiri. The 2-time champion only lost out by 8.5 points in 2023. Considering he missed a round due to appendicitis, then it could have easily been title number 3 in a row. Meanwhile, Formula 2 champion Theo Pouchaire joins the series and will be looking to continue the momentum from 2023 and follow the likes of Liam Lawson and Pierre Gasly into Formula 1 after a successful Super Formula campaign. Should be said, those two didn't actually win the championship, they both finished runner-up. The last time a non-Japanese driver won the title was Nick Cassidy in 2019. Surprisingly, I'm not going for the obvious 2, and I'm going to choose someone else. Whilst Nojiri, Pouchaire and even Ayumu Iwaza are all top contenders, I think they'll take too many points off each other, and the ever-consistent Sho Suboi will come in, take his first win since 2020, and win the championship. A bit of an outsider, I know, but have faith. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.